All right, I'm going to kick this off with some really bad news. Looks like I lost one of my 11 subscribers, so now I'm down to 10. So, I'm just sorry I couldn't keep you around, and I'm hoping that the other 10 stay with me here. So let me give you a little update really quick as I battle this Dino flatulent problem. And I don't know if it's actually flatulent, but I like saying that because a flatulent is a fart. So let me show you what I'm going on and how I'm going to try to help myself. So, as I pointed out a couple weeks ago, I've been getting this algae, this brown, hairish type of algae. And so I did some investigation, went to reef, did a lot of cool things. And what I found out is that I actually have something called Dino algae. And the scientific name is Dino flatulent. I'm in East Tennessee. I don't speak English. So anyway, what I looked into and found was that I do indeed have the same exact thing that defines what that bacteria / algae is. And it is annoying as you know what to get rid of. Partly because it's very photosynthetic, just like other algae, but it is very good at thriving when there are no nutrients in your tank. And I've done a really good job of keeping phosphate and nitrates really low in my tank. And did you see that little flash there? That was a sign of submission from Doink there. So you guys just saw like nature at its best, so I should get like a Netflix documentary next. So anyway, that all being said, this thing is really tough to battle. And the reason being is because every time you turn your lights on, it's going to thrive. If you do water changes, it's going to thrive. If you have low nitrates and low phosphates, which should be a good thing, it's going to thrive. But what I've found is that actually having 0 nitrates and 0 phosphates is not that great of a thing. You want to have those, at least to some extent, in your tank. And so me doing water changes like a bad, you know what, then that hurts me. And so what I've done is I haven't done a water change in a couple weeks now. Well, I can't say that. Probably about a week and a half. And I've redirected some of my flow. I haven't done anything about blacking out my tank or anything like that. I'm trying to solve the issue as much as I can with just nutrients. Manual removal. I will get in here with an actual turkey baster. Here's my weapon. I'll actually take that and suck some of that stuff up and toss it out. What I was doing is I was actually sucking it up and then passing it over to my mechanical filtration, and that was really just putting it back into the system. The protein skimmer wasn't picking it up the way it should, and there you go. Now, one other thing that I did do, besides redirecting my flow, I moved the J-bow down just a bit. And you can see that I used to have it up at this point, but now I have it down here. And that helps my sand issue a little bit that I had before. I do still get some gaps there and some sand does blow around, but it's not nearly as much. And it creates a really good flow for other things. Like the elegance coral gets a much better flow. This rock is just terrible looking. My acan is growing, but it's really slow. And then my blastomusa is growing, but again, really slow. And so I've created more flow in my tank in hopes to get some help with this issue. One other thing that I got too, when you guys look at the tank there, is I made a purchase for a UV sterilizer. Let me get some focus here. So I bought the Aqua Shield 11 watt UV sterilizer. This does not come with a pump, it uses gravity. And so basically what you do is you drop this thing into one of your bays here, without the box obviously. And what'll happen is this UV light will sterilize everything that comes through. So I got all that with anticipations to really fight this thing head on. If that doesn't work, then I may go the chemical route, which there's an option called Dino X. But that is really last resort. I really don't want to put anything into this tank that could have any kind of effects on the fish in here, or the little shrimpies. Ooh, wee wee! And he approves. So I really just want to keep it as clean and natural as possible. Now, that all being said, I am not getting the same type of growth out of the dinos that I was getting before. And this just happened the past couple days. Now, I don't know what's happened. I don't know if it's the flow redirection. I don't know if it's the manual removal and it's died out. I don't know if where I'm not doing water changes, my nitrates are coming up and it's hurting the growth of some of this hair type algae here. But it gets so bad when the whites and the blues are on that it'll actually cover that A can. You can actually see a piece of the dead dino. It turns a white color when it's there. So I bought the UV sterilizer. I'm going to use it anyway. It can't really hurt anything. And I'm going to see if that eradicates it. If that's the case, then this has been holding me up for almost a month of buying new stock. I don't want to buy anything until this issue is gone. So I look like I've just got pretty much a dead reef in my tank right now with a couple sparse corals. I really want to fill this thing up. Everything is thriving. The fish are doing good. DDG's eating good. I just fed them some brine shrimp, so he's really happy and angry because he wants more. But that's kind of where I'm at right now. So just an update. I'm going to put the sterilizer in. I'm going to let it run for a couple weeks, see what it does. I'm not doing water changes right now until this issue is gone. I don't have enough really items in my tank right now to where I'm going to get a big phosphorus or nitrate spike, so I'm not really worried about that. One other thing I did change, and I really don't think this is a fix, but I took the mechanical filtration out of here, which used to be one of these filter cups that had some floss and some Pond Seed Matrix. And I put this Pond Seed Matrix down in the bottom, so it's down underneath this, and I put one of the filter socks that came with the JBJ in here. So that does a much better job of getting out this stringy hair than the filter floss does. The filter floss just kind of pulls up and doesn't really do a good job of getting it stuck to it. And this creates a much better water flow too. So I don't know, maybe that helped, maybe it didn't, I don't really know. So I'm going to be monitoring this for a couple weeks. I just wanted to give everybody an update. Everybody's doing good, they're all fat and happy. Corals don't look that great. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention. Look at DDG's, he's floating. I'm not 100% sold on these lights. I've got these Ocean Revives, and now my tank is very natural, so I'm only dosing with water changes, but I'm not getting shockingly crazy growth with any of my corals here. And I was feeding them, I haven't been feeding them reef chili from BRS, but I was feeding these things. At first, I thought, well, it's because I'm getting frags and they just take a long time to grow, and maybe that's the case, but I don't know if these lights just put out the output that I need. Now, my elegance coral probably has grown a little bit, but that's supposed to be a fast grower. The acans have grown new heads, but they're not plump and full. The Blastomusa has grown a new head, but again, it's very small. The Green Star polyps are not spreading as fast as I want to, but they are spreading. The Candy Cane coral is just worthless. I mean, it's ugly. I'm just going to throw it out and step on it and make a dramatic video about it. But I think I'm going to raise the lights up just a bit, and once I get this issue with the dinos done, I think I'm going to start dosing calc and see what happens there. But I'm really hesitant to put anything in my system until I get this stuff solved. So that's your update. I really hope my one subscriber that left me comes back. I have a feeling it's one of my friends that's bipolar. So we'll see. Love you guys.